So I was a stuttering phone sex operator for one day. Want to talk about it? Well, stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Hey, I'm Jacqueline. Thank you for watching my channel. This particular show is called Stutter Beautifully. For those of you who are new, I stutter, and here we talk about every topic under the sun that relates to stuttering. And today we're going to talk about my experience as a phone sex operator. Now, before I get into the juicy story, if you've watched at least 3 of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. It's only right. Have you hit it? Okay, cool. Now, back to the story. This happened a little bit after college. I was around 23 and I had just moved to New York. So at this point, my confidence as it relates to speech was incredibly low, super low. I found it difficult to find work. Like every time I went on a job interview, I would just completely get stuck. I would block, I couldn't get words out. And of course, you know, for any employer, knowing that your employee can't communicate is like a, though they can't say it because it's discrimination, you know sometimes when you don't get hired because of certain perceived flaws, you know? But finding work in New York, you know, it's hard for a fluent person. So imagine someone with a speech impediment. You know, it felt nearly impossible, especially in such a fast-paced city where everything is about the hustle. One day I was scrolling on Craigslist and I saw an ad for a phone sex operator. And I thought, well, I'm in the arts. I can tell a story. Why not try it? So I sent an email with my number and a guy called me back almost immediately. So I got on the phone with this guy. You know, he was the kind of man that kind of sounds like he sits on a couch smoking a cigarette with the hairy belly popped out in like a too small shirt. This is exactly what this guy sounded like. And he sounded like he might have trafficked small. Horrible thing to say. However, a person can sound like they traffic small. We're probably gonna cut that part out. So him and I started talking and he began to explain the job to me and how these people would call a phone line that would then get directed to my cell phone. And then I'd answer. So, you know, I of course told him that I stutter, and little did I know that drew him in even more. Like, it excited him. Then he began feeding me stories that I could play, like the stuttering schoolgirls who's in trouble for not giving a good presentation, or like the stuttering wife who embarrassed her husband at a social function and now he has to punish her. Wow. Now that I think about it, my 23-year-old self wasn't thinking about how demeaning all of that sounds, but I just wanted to make money and like be a valuable part of society. But now that I think about that, that's hi Dewey. That's a lot. That's a goodness. That's. The guy that I was talking to on the phone, he would even get excited coming up with ideas for me to role play. Like he would say like, oh, yeah. And so like when the guy's about to like climax, you could like stutter more and like that'll really like make him call back more and more and more and more. I think he honestly thought that I was gonna bring him in so many callers who had specific kinks, and I kind of like felt like he had just stamped me as his like star caller, like this girl's about to make me some money, yeah. Like her stutter is so like weird and off the wall that like men will just be calling in like crazy. So here's a little backstory on me. I had an incredibly sexually repressed upbringing. So every call that I ended up getting, I was just far too embarrassed to even play along. Like I would just repeat what the other person said. Like if the caller would say, tell me what you have on. I would say, what I'm wearing? And I would repeat what he's saying as a question. Or like, you should take off your pants. And I'd be like, my pants? And because I was so nervous, like even being in the predicament, I'd block at the most random moments, which worked for some men. But for most of the time, it was just awkward, and sometimes I would just hang up. Like I'd be like, ugh. I clearly didn't do it with like an actual font. It was so I was like, ah. Eventually, a few men complained about my calls, and I was let go, never to be a phone sex operator again. And not the best phone sex operator that I could be. I think I could actually nail that job now. That was one of my like first time really, I guess, being a storyteller, and I failed horribly. But look where it's gotten me now, on your computer or phone screen talking about stuttering. Well, that's my story. I know you guys were expecting something so much raunchier, weren't you? If I let you down, let me just start to dim, dim, boom, chicka, bow, wow. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, give me a like. If you've watched more than 2 of my videos, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe. That's just how we're rolling here. Thank you. I appreciate you. Stutter beautifully. Have a lovely day. Bye. Mwah.